What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is Chasing Dallas season 3 episode 1. So we are here for a new season of the Chasing Dallas series under the Chasing Reality brand. So we start this episode off by, getting started. We catching up with everybody. So first we see Dior. Now Dior is down to the Home Depot because him and his best friend are opening up their own salon. And they are down there getting paint and odds and ends and things of that nature. They said they found a space and they down to the Home Depot getting it all checked out. Now, y'all are already starting me off with a little bit of confusion, okay? Because I thought Dio already had his own damn shop. I mean, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. But I promise you, I thought you already had your own shop. But it don't matter. You still going to do my hair when I get to Dallas. So, wherever the fuck we getting it done, we getting it done. It don't matter. But they done rolled up on the man down to the Home Depot, sleep on the job. And they done filmed it. Y'all shady as hell. Y'all gonna film that man sleeping. Listen, work ain't honest, but it pays the bills, okay? He was down to the Home Depot getting it in where he fit in. He was used to being at home. This was after the panty. He was used to being at home all day, okay? He had to get his sleep patterns back together. Y'all ain't had to put that man on tape like that. Anyway, they got their stuff together, I guess, or whatever. Then we catch up with my girl Ariel O'Hare, and she has added Monroe to her name. She said, listen, the panties slowed me down, but it didn't knock me out. I am still out here moving and shaking and getting it done. We see her pull up in her convertible BMW. Now listen, Ariel, how many times they make you film that? Because 1 minute the top was up, then the top was down, then the top was up, then the top was down. It don't matter. It was cute every time they did it, okay? The car is still cute, but I just thought that was funny that the top was up and then it was down, then it was up. Anyway, we see that she has been designing for a lot of the drag race girls, a lot of the RuPaul girls, Raja O'Hare, Asia O'Hare, who both of them I absolutely adore, by the way. And we see that she, has a couple of, she had a couple of dresses that we have seen, didn't know it was her, but we saw the dresses. And she is rolling up on Asia. Asia said, listen, girl, now I know that you good. I don't know if you this good, but I know that you good. I need a dress for tomorrow. I have a commercial to film for VH1, and I need it by noon. Ariel was like, well, girl, I can make it happen. She was like, when you need it by? She was like, well, I'm just saying I need it like yesterday. I need it like now. I feel like they said that she did that dress in an hour. I don't think she did that dress in an hour. But neither here nor there. She did that dress in like boop, 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 lickety split. The dress was nice. Asia was happy with it, and I mean, I know she got it done in a couple of hours. Like, she got it done in a couple of hours. I'm not mad at you, okay? When God gives you a talent, the talent is just there. It's just there. And I know when we interview Ariel, we've interviewed Ariel twice, and I say I'm talking about the Justice League. We have interviewed Ariel twice, and I want to say the second interview we did with Ariel, it was around the time of the retreat. And I want to say we talked to her about going on Project Runway, because that is a skill that people on Project Runway do not have. The ones that can make their garments the fastest generally are the ones that tend to be very successful. I don't know. I mean, I feel like we asked her that question. I don't know if she answered it or not, if you want to be honest with you. But anyway, it was good to see her. It was definitely good to see that the panty did not, one monkey don't stop no show. And she is out here doing the damn thing. Then we catch up with the new block, the new boy on the block, man on the block. Excuse me, he ain't no boy. He is a man, Robert Ray. Now Robert Ray made a whole lot of noise. Hold on, let me turn my ringer off, child. Now Robert Ray made a lot of noise down to the retreat. Y'all remember when we had the retreat back over the summer, and his name came up more than he did. Okay, and Eric down to the retreat has said that Robert couldn't make it to the retreat because he was in jail. Now, we did an interview with Robert. Okay, again, the Just Us League. We talked to Robert, and Robert let it be clear that he was not in jail. He was spending time with his family because his brother was actually getting ready to go to jail. Now, I'm not telling y'all nothing that y'all don't already know, because he said it on tonight's episode. But he said that's what happens when you mind other people's business. Now, he also said that when he catch up with Eric, it's going to be problems. See, I had to say like DC. See, up here in DC, we say Irk. It's not Eric. It's Irk. When he catch up with Irk, it's going to be some consequences and repercussions, is what he has said. I'm here for it. I hope they just got it on tape. That's all I got to say about that. Robert seems, we see him going out to lunch with his mother. He said, listen, me and my mom's relationship, it used to be real rocky because I'm just like her. So we used to butt heads. And then when I was figuring out my sexuality, there was some problems there. There was some things that we had to work out as mother and son. But now that's my world, that's my girl, that's my everything, that's my mom Dukes. Like, it is what it is. And you can definitely tell that they have a good relationship, because he was telling her about, being on the show, and he was telling her about what had happened with Irk and the whole, I was in jail. And Robert said, listen, I've been around the jail system, okay? But I ain't never been in jail. Well, he said prison. He never said jail. There is a difference. Did y'all know there's a difference between jail and prison? Now, I'm not saying that the man has been or hadn't been. Now, also, I want to give a shout out to my boy Scotty by Nature TV and Jamar84, who had a clip from their show, The Prelude, when Eric had said all this stuff down to the Prelude. And I love how they got Scotty saying, okay, now, Eric, did that really happen, or are you just lying? That's right, Scotty. Just cut to the shit, okay? Cut to the shit, all right? And we found out that Eric was lying. Eric was lying. Did y'all see me in Scotty's commercial? I know that's a shameless plug. Scotty had a commercial. And y'all know I'll be on Scotty's panel. Did y'all see me? I was there too. Anyway, moving on. So, but it was nice to see Robert. So that was our introduction to him. Definitely looking forward to him. He's a nail tech. Let me tell you something. When I get to Dallas, Robert gonna do my nails. Dior gonna do my hair. Trey Howard gonna style me. Listen, I'm gonna be good when I get up out of Dallas. Okay, I'm gonna be good. Anyway, I said I was going to go and do George's cooking show, but we're not doing that because George can't cook. I'm not doing that with him. I'm not entertaining George and his foolery in the kitchen. Okay, I'm not doing that. But anyway, but it was good to see. It was just definitely good to see that. And like I said, I look forward to seeing more. I really enjoyed our conversation with Robert as well. Then we catch up with Trey Howard. We see Trey, and he's with his boo thing, his boyfriend, who we didn't really get to see last season. So I'm glad that we're going to get a little bit more of his, home life and everything. And we see that they're getting ready to move. Their lease is up. They want something bigger. They've outgrown that space. He's talking about how he's trying to build his brand. He was like, I'm 24 years old now, and there's certain things that I want to have done that I don't think I've done yet. And the boyfriend was like, yeah, when we came back from LA, well, he said California, he said you had, written down a list of goals. And Trey was like, well, do you feel like I've met him? He was like, we working towards that. I feel like you're doing a good job of the things you want to do. We found out he's going to have a sip and see where he's going to do some things there. Now, we know Trey had a couple of events last season that went very well. We also know that his boyfriend is a little high maintenance. He said, when I move into the new apartment, it's got to have this, it's got to have that, it's got to have that, it better not have that. Trey was like, okay, well, I feel like we might need to sacrifice a few things for our budget. Like, we got to make sure that we are staying within our budget and we are not living above our means, sir. And what I thought was really sweet at the end of this conversation was that Trey said, okay, we done talked about me. He was saying something about wanting to get his LLC and him feeling some kind of way because he's been doing this and running his business all these years, but he didn't have his LLC, and how that's something that's really important to him. But I thought it was really sweet that at the end of this conversation, he sort of turned to the boyfriend and said, okay, now what about you? He said, I know that you go out here every day and you grind at your 9 to 5, but I want you to think about what are your passions? What is it that you want to do? Because you are always there for me and you are always supporting me, and I want to be able to support you so that both of us can be living our dreams and not necessarily grinding for somebody else. Now, I'm one of those people that I don't feel like it's a bad thing to have a 9 to 5. Hell, I got a 9 to 5, and I mean, sometimes I wish I had the paycheck and not the 9 to 5 part, but I also understand that there are people out here who are creatives. And, one thing that the pandemic has taught us is that there's definitely more than one way to skin this cat. Like, you can make money without doing the traditional 9 to 5 job situation, right? But I thought that was really sweet that he said, okay, now we got me out the way. Now what about you? Because I want to support you and I want to make sure that you are being fulfilled as well so that we can be happy together. Kudos, Trey. Then we see my boo thing, Carrie D and Lyndon. Hey, boo. Anyway, they're in the studio, honey. Their EP, it premiered, on the iTunes charts at number 12. Listen, if y'all don't have that EP, y'all go get it. I enjoyed the EP. Abby Reviews and myself, we did a listening party for the EP, and I am here. Like, I listened to it. It's a bop. It's definitely some bops on here. If y'all ain't already, they got the remix with Oliver Twixt on there. Y'all better go check it out if y'all ain't already got it, okay? Go on over to iTunes when y'all get done with this review. Don't stop now. Finish this up and then go on over to iTunes and you download it. We see that not only are they still making music as roommate, but they are also now doing producing, and they have found an artist. I believe his name. Y'all know I'm gonna fuck his name up. Listen, sweetheart, let me just go ahead and tell you now. I think you are really talented. I like that bop you had. I like what I saw, but I'm gonna fuck your name up. Okay, I'm just telling you now. Quinique, Nikki. Can I call you Nikki? I feel like Nikki. I feel like I could call. Okay. Can I call you Nikki? If I can't, just put it in the comments and just tell me no. But I feel like that's what I'm going to call you right now until I figure out how to say your name right. But we see them in the studio and, come to find out, he had found Carrie D in the music. He reached out, he DM'd Carrie D and said, listen, I am here for it. I am feeling it. I love your music. How can you help me? And he was really looking for like mentorship and guidance, somebody that could help him, figure out what to do to get to the next level. He's a rapper. He's out of Texas. And he actually has music on iTunes as well. I'm going to have to go check him out because Carrie D said to go check it out. And so if Carrie D recommended it, I'm going to go check it out, okay? I got to learn how to say his name right before I go find it over to iTunes, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, okay? And y'all should too. So, but we found out that, they're in the studio, they're working on his next project. Carrie D is on some of his music. And he just said, listen, you have the talent. We're just here to help you figure out how to guide, how to guide you in the next direction and help you get to that next level. But it's never about talent. Like, I don't want you to think it is. I don't want you to question that. The talent is there. We just got to figure out and how to get you in the right venue. So that was good to see. And it's definitely nice to see people mentoring and reaching behind them and pulling people forward. Like, that's what it's all about. And that was a great thing to see. Great thing to see. Then we get caught up with George. That damn George. Listen, y'all know I had a love-hate relationship with George last season. I started off the season, I couldn't stand him. By the end of the season, I loved him. George is a whole mess. Now, we see George is getting ready for his birthday party. And his best friend, Duran, is his party planner. And so he is giving him very specific instructions on how he wants this party to be. It's going to be many shades of pink because his birthday is in October. And when they said that, I said, you mean to tell me we filmed this shit a year ago? You mean last October? The last birthday, October of 2020? We filmed this shit a year ago? All right, Chasing Dollars, y'all pulling stunts. But okay, we're going to talk about it. So he is having a pink party. It's in the middle of the panty. So he said it's going to have to be limited. I've already called around. I want to get a room. It's going to be for this many people. This is what it's going to look like. This is what I want it to be. He said, and I guess I'll have to invite everybody from my circle of friends except for Reese. The shade. Duran was like, why you can't invite Reese? He said, because I don't want him there. You ain't really have to do that, George. You ain't have to not invite Reese. You was going to invite everybody else. You could have had Reese there. But neither here nor there, honey. He made it clear that Reese was not to be invited. We ain't making no name card for him. He told him, he said, I will not reimburse you for a name card for Reese G. Because I told you not to invite him. So anyway, child, that's what that was. So we're going to, I guess we're going to get George's birthday party in the next episode from last October. A year ago. Anyway, and there's that. Then we catch up with Reese G. Now, Reese is in Chicago. Reese is talking to a chef. I forgot his last name, child. It's a chef, though. and they're working on a project. He says one of his business partners, so they have a project that they're working on. And in the midst of the conversation, they bring up the whole situation with Lovers and Friends and Markel. And come to find out, there was some shit with Markel faking an email address to send a shady message to Chef saying, Reese G and Andario are out to get you. Be careful. Watch your back. They're going to try to take your show from you. They're going to try to steal your ideas. And somehow or another, Reese G played the Inspector Gadget, Detective Sherlock Holmes, and he was able to figure out that this fake email address linked back to Markel. Markel, let me tell you now, don't ever go into espionage because you are clearly not good at it, okay? If Reese G could type in 3 numbers, letters, digits into his phone and figure out that that was you, sir, I'm going to need you to not do that again because that was way too easy for him to figure it out, okay? I feel like that was some shady shit. I don't know why you did that, Markel. I don't know what that was about. Whatever. Maybe it's more to the story. I'm sure if there is, we're going to get it later on in the season. But ultimately, we get on this whole conversation about Lovers and Friends and whose idea it was and who stole it from who. Listen, let me tell you what I don't feel like doing. And I'm going to tell you what this is. This is one of those cases where this shit has played out on social media for so long that it is anticlimactic for us to talk about it on this show. But if this is what we're going to talk about all season, about whether Markel stole the show from Reese G, whether it was Reese G's original idea, who came up with it first, who did it better, who was supposed to be in it, who was supposed to work with who, I'm telling you now, that's going to get real old real fast. And I'm going to tell you why. Not because I'm not interested and not because I don't care, because I never want somebody to feel like their idea was not that they weren't given the proper credit. But the reason why I'm saying that is because y'all are never going to come to a meeting of the mind. Markel say it happened this way, Reese say it happened that way, and both of them have dropped the receipts that they have, and there is still a question mark. So I just hope that this is not what we're going to have to listen to for the rest of the season as it relates to Reese G and Markel. But I feel like it is. Anyway, that was the first episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.